Okay, so yeah. All right, Kat. So you mentioned the the economy,
Yes.
and that is affecting. You think maybe that's affecting class sizes, and I think it's affecting a lot of things, both in the PMU industry. We're seeing posts pop up like crazy. One just about 5 or 6 days ago, and when I looked at it, it had like over 158 comments. And every few weeks, one of these posts are popping up, and the post is, you have an artist asking, is everybody else experiencing, a slowdown in business, this, that, and the other, and 90% of the comments are yes, and they're wondering if is it because the industry's saturated, is it because the economy, blah blah blah. And I think there's maybe three different reasons. I think yes, saturation, because of the what were they called? A lot of people were calling the type of training what multi-level marketing training, where they're promising them 100,000, 6-figure income every year. Come train with me. Come take this class.
You'll drive a Rolls Royce in 5 years.
Exactly. And people are figuring out that is so not realistic and not going to happen. And it really bothers me that you still see this type of advertisement out there. I just saw someone post, I think it was on her website, quit your job.
Oh, Lord.
Quit your job and come learn permanent makeup. I did, and make, $100,000 a year. And that is just ridiculous, and it's irresponsible. Yeah. It's irresponsible. Even in a good economy, that is irresponsible.
Smart people can see that. That's a money grab.
Then why are so many people following it?
I don't know.
Doing it.
They're going to learn it. They'll come back though in a year and complain and bitch about it though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're bitching. They're
but
bitching
it's their
about
fault.
It. Oh, yeah.
But they didn't, see the red flags ahead of time.
We get countless emails of people complaining that
that's
what they did.
Yeah.
They did that and then they regretted it.
And then some of them want to continue on. A lot of, we do a 12-month apprenticeship here. 12 months long. They're here 4 days a week. It's really well-rounded, and I would say 75% of our apprentices have taken one of these crappy classes that promised them $100,000 income, and they spent money. They spent $5,000, $6,000, and didn't get much training. Didn't get hardly any hands-on. Didn't get colored, and none of that.
One of them got just online training.
And they got a certificate to start working on people?
They spent $5,000, and 100% of it was online.
Well, that's her fault too. I mean, come on.
Never went into the studio.
Yeah, no, that would be
She thought that's the way it was.
She thought that's the way it was everywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. So some people, it's not their fault. They think that's the way it is. So now quite a few of these people have come here because they were fascinated. Maybe they were heartbroken. Maybe they were upset. They lost that money. They got bad training. But something about permanent makeup is still like burning inside of them. They want to continue. So now they're here, or maybe they're finding other really good trainings. So
now they'll be successful because now you're on their team.
100% they'll be successful.
Yeah, you're on their team. I told all the girls that I'm training tomorrow, your 3 apprentices, they are in the best hands that they could be in.
Yeah,
I said that to them. Yep, and it's the truth because you I mean, not to get all like mushy and everything, but you've really changed my game, how I approached my career. It's been 14 years since I've known you. How long has it been? Like 14 years.
A long time.
No, listen, anybody that has you on their side, they're going to be successful. And that's the truth.
Oh, well, saying back to you, Mary. I mean, you and I talk a lot about business and about this and about that and the other, and you have really good ideas, and
Great ideas.
You run a good business too. And look at your longevity. Look, longevity isn't just luck, and it doesn't just happen. Longevity in this industry, where you're still really relevant and viable, and selling classes and training and teaching, which is you. It's me. It's you. And there's others as well. That doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. Do you know? it happens because of the work because of the human you are, the type of artist you are, the type of trainer you are, and what you give to all those that seek you out for training and work and support and all that. It's not a given. Longevity in this industry it's not a given.
It's also talent.
It's also talent. Yeah. And I think and don't you think it's how you treat people?
Oh yeah.
Because I've seen talented people
that are mean.
Oh, yeah.
that are mean
Yeah.
and they don't do well.
I hear that from my
Or the
students.
divas. They become
Yeah.
they get some success.
Pretentious.
And now they become
Yeah.
pretentious divas. They have an
Yeah.
entourage
Yep.
and they're unapproachable
Yeah.
now. Or everybody is a little, well, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They're a little,
Well, we don't put on a front. We are who we are. We're real. I'm a jean and sneaker girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just who I am, and
very much so.
Yeah.
Myself included, although
Yeah.
I do wear little, snazzy outfits here and there.
yeah.
I
But
do
I don't
like
think
my
I'll
little
ever see you in
snazzy
a
outfits
dress.
in
You know,
here.
you're never going to see me in one. So,
But no, I'm still a working girl,
Yeah.
big time in the trenches doing the work. For Christ's sakes, I still scrub toilets here in the studio and clean up and take out the trash and I do all that crap.
Yeah.
Do you
You
know?
got to stay humble. Your
Mhm.
humility speaks volumes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I believe? I believe you don't ask your people, your staff or your team not to do anything you're not willing to do.
That's true.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
that's been our
Yeah,
philosophy.
that's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Except I do ask Willow to
Poor Willow.
what do I ask you to do, Willow, that I'm not willing to do? Is there something? Edit the podcast. Oh, well, only
But you
because I'm
could.
not as fast. It would take me a long time. And
Yeah.
Willow can get on that and edit it and beautify me and do what I need her to do like so quick. And she likes it. Gets her off the computer and all the other like mundane stuff she has to do day to day. So don't let her convince you she doesn't enjoy it because she likes editing. But yes, that's one thing that they do that I won't do.
I
love editing. I know you love editing. Okay, so economy's not good. People are suffering. It's affecting their financial. It's affecting their mental health. It's anxiety, so I think it's three things. I think it is oversaturation, right? Completely oversaturated. I do think it's definitely the economy. Do you know?
Yes.
And I'm wondering if it's also because so many people flooded this industry with 2 days of training under their belt and then all the bad work. Why do you think saline removal just took off like wildfire? Because of all the bad work. Do you guys, Kat and Mary, do you think that the public is seeing all this bad work? Because some of this bad work has gone viral, for Pete's sake. It's gone viral.
Yeah.
Do you think the public is seeing the bad work? And so it's also the public taking a couple steps back and maybe not being as willing to jump in and get their permanent makeup done?
I think since COVID money, I think they're watching every dollar they spend right now. I think too, yes, botch work. I've seen a lot more than I've ever seen in the last couple of years.
Yep.
But I do think that people got scared. COVID scared a lot of people.
Yeah.
So you don't know what's going to happen right now.
It changed a lot of people.
It changed
and
a
they're
lot of
still
people.
not recovered.
Exactly. And
You
I
know?
see that. I mean, I think my prices are very fair. When I tell people, I'm like, oh my God, really? I'm like going, wow. And I really do feel that people are just afraid to spend the money.
Yeah.
Again.
I think COVID for many of us, and some not, but for a lot of people, it was it was this moment in time that no one ever thought in their lifetime they would ever see, witness, or experience. And it kind of, how do I want to put this?
would open their eyes that something this terrible could happen.
It could happen.
Yeah. Oh,
Something like
Yeah.
this can happen.
Yeah.
A country, the world can shut down.
Yeah. And a lot of people weren't financially prepared.
We're-
a lot of people
because no one thought in a
lost.
million years
Exactly.
That would ever happen.
this
You
could
know?
ever happen, and it happened. Whether it was, whether and it doesn't matter where you stand on this. I never really got into that, but whether it should have shut down, not shut down, that's another whole discussion that I would rather not have
Yeah.
because those opinions are across the board. but it did happen. And here we are, so I think it really changed a lot of people. And I think you're right. It put people on notice and made them more conservative.
Yep. And that's when we were talking about pivoting your pricing. You're going to have to pivot your pricing. You can't charge $1,200 for eyebrows and get $1,200. You better give them perfect eyebrows that don't fade or do anything for $1,200.
Yeah.
I just feel like that people need to, anybody, trainers or artists need to just kind of pivot to have to cater to everybody that you can get into your door that's worthy of having it done,
I also think that a lot more people have their eyebrows done now. Right.
Yeah, there's
there's less clients to be had.
There's less
I think
clients
you've
to be
tattooed
had.
half of Vegas, Taryn.
I probably have tattooed half of Vegas. I know.
I did Tampa for 16,000 clients.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I never really thought about that, Kat. But I mean, the pool of available naked brows, or
But people get older every day, so you got a new little group coming up on you.
Right. It's like there's always a new client being, born every day, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's less and less babies being born, though.
Yeah.
So somebody just told me that Home Goods, TJ Maxx Home Goods, took out their baby department and increased the puppy department because there's not so many people buying children's clothes anymore. I thought that was
more
interesting.
and more people and couples are choosing puppies over having babies.
Who wants to bring babies in this world right now?
Well, it's a scary
world right now.
It is a scary world. It is a scary world right now, and some, and somehow, somewhat way, everybody, including myself and Kat, I keep wanting to call you my wife, Kat. We have to find, we have really good communication, open dialogue, and we get scared sometimes. It's like I don't want to completely turn off the news, Mary, because I want to stay educated and informed. I want to be an informed person, but I can't watch it too much, or it really permeates your brain and your thoughts, and it can scare you. Like what's going on in the world right now is scarier to me than navigating through COVID.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, and somehow, some way, you have to find a way to navigate through these scary times and have faith and believe that it's going to be okay, so it doesn't affect your mental health, or you minimize the effects on your mental health.